Edition of the Concord Spiders football report with Coach Glen Padgett. I'm Mark Clemens. And Coach, a little bit more of a tussle last week than I guess you expected against South Rowan, but you knew they were going to play hard.
We really did. We knew they were going to play hard. Coach Allen and his staff have done a great job with that group of young men. They've got some athletes that can play, particularly on their defensive side of the ball. And it didn't surprise us as coaches. We didn't feel like on offense last week we didn't have the kind of week we needed. And it showed. And our players were disappointed in some things that we did on the offensive side of the ball, and as coaches we were too. And the good thing about it is a lot of times those types of situations, especially when you're fortunate enough to come out with a win, serve as an impetus for improvement, and that's what we're utilizing it as. We're really pleased with how our defense played. Our defense played great. It played lights out from the beginning to the end. And I think once we settle down, and a lot of times, with teenage young men, when you're kind of on a roll and a team you're playing is struggling, sometimes that take-for-granted attitude comes into effect. And I think there were some instances of our players expecting to score too easily. And, the other team's there for a reason. And hats off to them. They played great, and they didn't quit. And, fortunately, our young men were able to find a way to get it done, and it's going to serve as a good learning experience for us moving forward.
Coach, it's good when you can win and still learn something.
That's the best way to do it. Especially if you learn from it and you become better because of it. And we feel like that's what's going to happen, and it's certainly what's going to need to happen because our players know, Central Cabarrus is around the corner for us. This is our open week, obviously, but Central has an outstanding team. They're big, they're athletic, they've really got excellent speed on both sides. They're well coached. Coach Kiefer does a great job with his troops every year, and our kids know we're going to have a great week coming up to prepare for an outstanding team.
Coach, any particular focuses this week?
I think anytime you go into an open week, coaches don't like open weeks. I don't think players do either because you get out of a routine. You get in that weekly routine, that game week routine where the players and the coaches kind of know what to expect from day to day, from Monday through Friday, and then of course Saturday with our staff meetings. And during an open week, that gets kind of lost a little bit. You're really more focusing on things that you have to improve on and doing it without the benefit of the film from the team that you're going to play down the road. The other thing is, and this one's big for us, is getting healthy. This will help us hopefully get healthy. Carter Mazingo obviously was out for us last week, and that was a huge loss for us because he's such an integral part of our offense. And we had some other kids dinged up. Still got a couple of kids that are dinged up, and hopefully this is going to enable them to get healthy and get our legs back under us and focus on the second half of the season because these next 6 games are against outstanding opponents. I mean, everybody we play, our players know we're going to have to play great or they can win. And we're going to have to do that, and I know our players are excited about that opportunity and challenge that's ahead of them.
Coach, I know South Piedmont, a lot of balance in this league.
It's such a balanced league. From top to bottom, it might be the best 3A team in the state. It certainly is in the western side. And we know what we've got to do each Friday night, and our goal is simple every week. It's the same goal. It always has been. It's been this way for the last 18 years. Our goal is to be 1-0 on Friday night after the game. And we don't worry about what's happened before it. We don't worry about what's ahead of us. We're going to worry about this week. And this week for us is about getting better and the things that we need to get better at, getting healthy, and then starting to prepare for an outstanding Central Cabarrus team.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach Glen Padgett with the Concord Spiders football report for this week. I'm Mark Clemens. Thanks for joining us.